Canis Major constellation is said to resemble a dog, often called the Great Dog. Located in the second quadrant of the southern hemisphere, Canis Major is rather easy to locate because it contains the brightest star in the entire night sky, Sirius. In order to find the constellation Canis Major, you'll need to use the familiar hourglass shape of Orion the Hunter, which is in the south-southwest. Look to the lower left of Orion, and the bright shining star Sirius will immediately catch your eye. The first brightest star is Sirius, which comes from the Greek word seirios, which means scorching. It is the brightest star in the night sky and the fifth nearest star system to the Sun. Sirius has an apparent visual magnitude of 1.42 and has a distance of 8.6 light-years away. When looked at through a telescope, you'll notice that it is actually a binary star system. Sirius A is the brighter of the two stars and is part of the white main sequence, with a visual magnitude of 1.42. Sirius B is smaller and is a white dwarf star with a visual magnitude of 11.18. The dog's front paw is marked by the star Mersenne, the announcer. Mersenne is a blue-white giant with an apparent magnitude brightness varying between magnitude 1.95 and 2, and is approximately 500 light-years away. It is classified as a Beta Cepae variable, a star that exhibits variations in brightness as a result of pulsations of its surface. The star's name comes from the Arabic word for the herald, referring to Mersenne's position in the sky. It heralds the imminent rising of Sirius. The base of his tail is indicated by the star Wezen, the weight. It was called this as from the northern hemisphere it seems reluctant to rise above the horizon. This would be an optical illusion as a result of the star's far southerly declination. In the southern hemisphere, it rises at the same time as Sirius, so the effect is lost. Wezen is a yellow-white F-type supergiant with an apparent magnitude of 1.83 and 18,000 light-years away. It is located about 10 degrees southeast of Sirius. Its name comes from Arabic, meaning weight. The star is estimated to be about 10 million years old, which means it will become a red supergiant within the next 100,000 years, then eventually become a supernova. His hind paw, Adara, is the second brightest star in Canis Major and the 24th brightest star in the night sky. It is a binary star that lies about 439 light-years from Earth. The brighter of the two stars belongs to the spectral class B2 and has an apparent magnitude of 1.5. It is also one of the brightest known ultraviolet sources in the sky. The companion star has an apparent magnitude of 7.5 and is located 7.5 degrees from the primary star. About 4.7 million years ago, Adara was the brightest star in the sky. It was only 34 light-years distant and had a magnitude of -3.99. No other star has ever been as bright since, nor is one expected to be in the next 5 million years. Adara comes from the Arabic language, which means virgins. The tip of his tail, Aludra, is a blue supergiant with an apparent visual magnitude between 2.38 and 2.48, approximately 3,000 light-years away. The star is already approaching the final stages of life and is expected to become a supernova within the next few million years. Aludra gets its name from the Arabic language, meaning the virgin. The most common Greek myth is taken to represent the Great Dog following the hunter Orion. The constellation is depicted as a dog standing on its hind legs, pursuing a hare, represented by the constellation Lepus. Another myth is described by Manilius as the dog with the blazing face, because the dog appears to hold Sirius, the brightest star in the sky, in its jaws. Canis Major is associated with Lelaps, the fastest dog in the world, one destined to catch anything it pursued. Zeus gave Lelaps to Europa as a present, along with a javelin that could not miss. The gift proved to be an unfortunate one, as Europa herself was killed accidentally by her husband Cephalus, who was out hunting with a javelin. Cephalus took the dog to Thebes in Boeotia, a Greek province north of Athens, to hunt down a fox that was causing some trouble there. Like Lelaps, the fox was extremely fast and was destined never to be caught. Once the dog found the fox and started chasing it, the race did not appear to have an end in sight. Zeus himself finally ended it and turned both animals to stone. He placed the dog in the night sky as the constellation Canis Major. Canis Major, one of Orion's hunting dogs, is merely a footnote in mythology. In one myth, the largest of Orion's two hunting dogs might be chasing Lepus, the rabbit, who is at Orion's feet, or perhaps is there to help Orion do battle with Taurus, the bull. In another myth, the greater dog won a race against a fox, so, in celebration, Zeus placed the dog in the heavens. Messier 41, or NGC 2287, is an open cluster located 4 degrees south of Sirius. It is between 25 and 26 light-years in diameter, and between 190 and 240 million years old. The cluster is approximately 2,300 light-years away, and has an apparent magnitude of 4.5. The cluster contains about 100 stars, with the brightest one being a K3-type giant located near the center of the cluster. M41 also contains several red giants. It was discovered by the Italian astronomer Giovanni Battista Odierna in the 17th century. The Canis Major dwarf galaxy is an irregular galaxy, roughly elliptical in shape, that is believed to be the nearest neighboring galaxy to the solar system. It is approximately 25,000 light-years away from Earth and 42,000 light-years away from the galactic center. The Canis Major dwarf galaxy contains about 1 billion stars, among them a large number of red giants. The galaxy was first discovered in 2003 by an international team of astronomers. It is a difficult object to observe because it lies behind the plane of the Milky Way, blocked by stars, dust, and gas. Because the galaxy's main body is highly degraded, the Canis Major dwarf galaxy is believed to be severely affected by the Milky Way's gravitational field. There are a number of globular clusters associated with the galaxy, among them NGC 1851, NGC 1904, and NGC 2808. These clusters are thought to be remnants of the dwarf's globular cluster system, before the galaxy started getting pulled apart and swallowed into the Milky Way. NGC 2359, or Thor's Helmet, is an emission nebula in Canis Major. It is about 30 light-years in size and about 15,000 light-years away from Earth. The nebula is formed around the central Wolf-Rayet star, an extremely hot giant which is about to explode as a supernova. NGC 2207 and IC 2163 are colliding spiral galaxies in Canis Major. They are approximately 80 million light-years distant. They have apparent magnitudes of 12.2 and 11.6 respectively. The galaxies are in the process of tidal stripping, with the larger galaxy pulling stars and other material from the smaller one. The galaxies were discovered by the English astronomer John Herschel in 1835.